I see some new faces. Feel free to use your video if you want me to see how you're doing each movement. If you need any critiques or anything, you can put your video on if you're comfortable with that. The same goes for your audio. We'll wait a little bit for everyone to come in. I'm probably going to start the class at 12:42, so we'll give everybody about 2 minutes to sign in, get in. For those of you that weren't in last week's class, this is a boot camp class, so it's pretty intense, but you can go at your own pace. Having said that, I'm going to give you modifications for each exercise. So if you don't feel comfortable performing the exercise that's demoed, you can do a easier version or a harder version. The choice is up to you. There's going to be breaks built into the class, but if you feel at any point that you need a break, take the time, grab a drink of water. You don't have to wait till the rest period. You can take a break when you feel you need to. If there's any injuries, just let me know down in the chat and I can give you some exercises to do in case your injury is limiting you from doing what I'm doing on the video. And if you have any questions as we go, you can either just shout them out during the workout, or you can put them in the chat as well. Okay. So before we start, if you do have any questions, just let me know. Like I said, you can just fire them off as we go, or you can ask them in the chat. The class is it's 40 minutes long. There is a warm up and a cool down built in, so at the beginning, at the end. So you're not working for the full 45 minutes. That's about it. My name is Chris Sousa. I'm the fitness officer at King Campus. So usually I'd be up at King Campus. Today, you're joining me from my living room. You're probably going to want about, I'd say at least, 6 feet by 6 feet of space cleared on the floor. Make sure you don't have anything that you can trip on, step on. My kid's Lego is pretty deadly for that, so just make sure you don't have anything you can trip on and injure yourself. I'm going to be using this little couch here. If you have a chair or anything that you can prop your foot on, I would say slide that over to where you're going to be working out, because we'll be doing something where we need to prop our feet on. Okay, so if you have a chair or a bench, bring that into the space that you're working out in. Don't forget to have water on hand. Just make sure you fill up the water bottle, have it close by. Again, make sure you can't knock into anything in your space. I cleared out my area here. The workout you can do on carpeted floor or wood floor, it's really up to you. We're going to be using just our body weight, so you won't need any equipment. If you do have weights, you can add to the exercise we're doing. You can add weight to it. As we go through each exercise, I'll show you how you can add the weight. But this program's designed to be able to do with just your body weight. Okay. So we'll begin in about a minute. We'll give some people some time to head in. Again, if you have any questions, just write them in the chat, or if you feel comfortable asking before we start, you can take yourself off mute and ask. If you do want me to take a look at how you're doing each exercise, you just need to know that your video will have to be on. Right now, I think there's 2 people with video on. So if you want me to make sure that you're doing the exercises correctly, just make sure your video is on. And I'll just say one more time, if you do feel like you need a break in between the exercises, or if you feel any lightheadedness, dizziness, that's a good sign that you need to take a break. It is a pretty intense class. It's boot camp, so it's not a low intensity class. We'll be doing simple movements, but at a pretty high intensity. Okay, so we'll begin. We're going to do a warm up. We'll do 3 minutes of a warm up. So our warm up is going to consist of 3 different exercises. It's going to be similar to the patterns that we're doing through our workout, just at a lower intensity. So the first one we're going to do is jumping rope for 30 seconds. If you don't have a skipping rope, you can just mimic the motion. We're going to go off 2 feet and we're going to skip for 30 seconds. Okay, that'll be our first movement in the circuit. The next one's going to be a body weight squat. So we're gonna go with the 2 feet on the ground. Feet should be hip width apart. Our toes are gonna be, our feet are gonna be slightly turned out, okay? So if you can see my feet there and have them slightly turned out, I'm gonna sit back just like I'm sitting in a chair. Hands come out forward for balance. I wanna see you come down all the way as low as you can. And as we go through this, we're gonna do 10 reps for a warm up. I wanna see you try to go deeper and deeper into that squat position. So hands in front, maybe start off here. And as you go through your reps, try to go down all the way so your hips are below parallel, and push your knees out so it gives you a bit more space to sit in that bottom position. That would be the second movement. The third movement is kind of a sit-up with a stretch mixed in. So you're gonna need a mat or something just to put behind your back. If you're on wood floor, if you're on carpet, don't worry about it. You can do it on the carpet, it won't hurt. We're gonna lay down on our backs. Okay, our feet are gonna be just slightly wider than shoulder width, so bring your legs out a bit. We're gonna come down. Arms come all the way back. We're gonna lean to the right-hand side, come back, feel the stretch, lean to the left-hand side, okay? So try to keep your knees straight while you're doing that, and try to keep your legs against the floor, okay? Back should be straight, chest should be up. Lean to the right, come down, all the way back, hands touch behind you, lean to the left, okay? So we're gonna do that for 8 reps on each side. We're gonna begin with 30 seconds of jumping. So if you have a jump rope, you can grab it. If you don't have a jump rope, that's fine. You can just mimic the movement. We're gonna go off 2 feet for 30 seconds and go. If you're really good, you can go 1 foot at a time. You can do a boxer skip. If you're getting bored of just the 2 feet, so you bring 1 foot up and you march, or you can kick out. Almost there, we're gonna do 30 seconds. So 15 more seconds. Try to go higher and higher on the balls of your feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, into our squats. Hands out in front or behind your head if you don't need the assistance of the balance. You come down. 1, we're gonna do 10 of these. 2, push your hips back. 3, 4, knees out. 5, 6, 7, 8, nice and low. 9, 1 more, and 10. Good. Onto the ground on our backs. You put your pillow down. If you're on carpet, you don't need it. Lie back. Over to the right side. If you can, touch your toe. Lie back. Over to the left side. We're gonna do 8 on each side. There's 2. Good. 3. All the way back. Hands touch the floor. Good. 4. Halfway there. 5. Big belly full of air on the way down as you reach back. Good. 6. 2 more on each side. 7. 7. Last one. And 8. Good. All the way back. And 8. Awesome. We're going to get into the workout now. We're going to do 3 exercises. So we'll have 3 stations set up. We're going to go from one exercise to the next, with 10 seconds break in between exercises, and then a 30-second break in between rounds. Okay, so you perform the first exercise, rest 10 seconds, next exercise, rest 10 seconds, next exercise, and then after you perform that last one, you're going to rest for 30 seconds in between each round. We're going to do 2 rounds, okay? So the first movement is going to be a dip. So if you have a chair or a bench, what you're going to do is put your hands right on the edge, put your heels down. You're going to have your elbows facing backwards, come all the way down, and then back up, okay? Nice 90-degree angle there. Press back up. Nice straight line between your shoulders and your wrists. Come back down, press back up. We're going to do 8 of these. This is too easy. What you can do is go off 1 foot, come down, come back up. Gives you a bit more weight on the exercise. Or you can place something in your hips, a sandbag or a dumbbell on your hips that'll increase the weight. We're going to do 8 reps. After that, we're gonna do windmills. So right hand, what we do is right hand comes up, legs are shoulder width apart. We're gonna come up and across, come back up and across. So we're pushing our butt back, nice straight line here. I'm not slouching over. Push my bum back, touch opposite hand, opposite foot, come up and then switch, same thing. Push the bum back. We're working our glutes and our hamstrings here, also our core. We're gonna do 8 reps. So 8 reps on each hand, and we're gonna switch every rep, okay? So you're gonna come down, push back, up, and then switch, push back, okay? That's our second movement. Our third movement is gonna be a single leg lunge. So you can either do this off of your bench or your chair, or you can do it standing. What you're gonna do is step forward, start with my left leg, step forward, load this leg here. Your back leg stays off the ground, but as low as you can towards the ground. Press back up into the starting position. If you're doing it off one leg, using your bench, you're gonna come straight down, pause, again, 90 degrees. Your back leg stays off the ground, press back up again, okay? Again, those will be 8 reps. So we're gonna start, I'll give you guys 20 seconds, grab a drink of water. We're gonna start with our dips. I'm just gonna add, if you don't have a bench, you can do closed grip push-ups. So hands in this position here, into a push-up position, hands stay nice and close, okay? Elbows come back, and then press back up again, okay? Lower your body down, chest touches the floor, come back up. Nice straight elbow at the top of the movement, okay? So we'll begin, 8 reps. Feet out, down, 1, 2, straight up, elbows back, 3, 4, 5, good, 6, extend all the way up, 7, and last one, good. Get into other position, 10 seconds rest. Feet shoulder width apart, we're gonna do our windmills. We're gonna start with our right hand, going towards our left foot, and begin. 1, and up, and switch. 2, 3, push your butt back. 4, nice straight line. 5, good. 6, 7, we're going to 16 because we're doing 8 on each side. 9, 10, 11, reach. 12, good. 13, push those hips back. 14, 15, last one, big push. 16, good. You do a 10-second break. We're gonna go into our lunges, so you can either do stationary lunge, stepping out, pushing back, starting position, or you can go off your bench. I'm gonna do this variation here. You got 5 seconds. Legs up and down. Keep that knee back a bit. 1, 2, and then slide over a bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Good. If you lose your balance, you can try doing the stationary lunges as well. And switch feet. And come down. 1, 2, keep that back leg off the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. We're going to repeat that circuit again. If those movements were too hard for you, you can scale it back. So if the dip was a bit too hard, at the beginning, what you can do is go off your heels. Okay, if it was too easy, go off one heel. Okay? For the lunge, if it was too difficult to keep your balance in this position, you can do the stationary lunge. Okay, where you're coming forward, pushing back. We're going to start in 10 seconds. Start with our dips. If you don't have the bench, you can do closed grip push-ups. And begin. Right down, back up, nice and straight. Down, back up, elbows, about 90-degree angle on the way down. 5, 6, 7, 8, good. Come up, We're gonna do our windmills. Feet shoulder apart, I'll do it at the side. Really push back on those hips. Right arm to left leg. Come down, push back, good. Nice straight back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, speed it up, 11, 12, hips back, 13, 14, 15, 16, good. Get into our lunge position, our single-legged squat position. 5 seconds. Left leg up, right leg up, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, nice and low. 5, straight leg at the top. 6, 7, and 8. Good. Switch sides. If you're bring up a bit of difficulty balancing, look straight ahead, that'll help. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, look straight ahead if you have difficulty balancing, 7, and 8, good. Okay. And you give you guys 30 seconds to rest. As you're resting, I'm gonna go through the next circuit. So I'll do a demo. First movement is going to be push-ups. So if you're a beginner or you've never taken a boot camp class before and you haven't developed that upper body strength, what you can do is go from your knees. It's a modified push-up. Same push-up position, but you're going to go from your knees. So that takes a lot of the weight off the exercise. So from there, you can put a pillow under your knee just so it's more comfortable. You're going to come down, chest touches the floor, and back up. I'm going to do this over here so you can see. Have my pillow underneath me, nice straight line there. You can bring your feet down or you can have them up. Hips should be nice and straight. Elbows back, chest comes towards the ground and press back up again, okay? A lot of people will sink their hips. Make sure your hips stay in this position here. So you get the full range of motion. Back up. If you're doing them off your toes, do them from this position here. Same idea, nice and straight in the lower back, abs tight, elbows back, chest touches the floor, back up again, okay? We're gonna do 8 of those. I wanna see really good form. If you're going, especially if you're going from your knees, the load's lighter, so you should be able to do it with perfect form. The next one is gonna be jumping jacks. So you have your hands out, start with your feet shoulder width apart. So you start with your hands in, feet shoulder width apart as well. You're gonna kick your hands out and your feet out at the same time. Out like this, okay? And then back in again. We're gonna do that for 30 seconds. So it's just out and in. Okay, I think everyone's done this in gym class. Might have been a couple years now. Maybe a bit rusty, so we're gonna do that for 30 seconds, okay? After that, what we're gonna do is a reverse lunge for our hamstrings and glutes. So it looks similar to what we were doing before with the lunges, but this time we're gonna sit back more, okay? So the lunge is gonna work your quads mostly. This lunge here is gonna work mostly your hamstrings and your glutes. So what we wanna do is find a spot. I'm gonna go from the side here. I'm gonna reach back, okay? Instead of letting my knee go forward, I'm gonna try to keep my knee where it is. I'm gonna slide my hands down, hinge at the hips, so you're coming down this way. Just touch behind you and then come back up again to a standing position. If you have to put your foot back, that's fine, but try to do it without letting go and resting on that left leg, okay? So again, I'm gonna sit back, try not to bend the knee too much and try and let the knee come forward. Sit back, reach with your foot, touch something behind you, and come back up again. 1, 2, 3, okay? We're gonna do 8 of those. If you're near a wall, you can hold the wall for balance, but don't let the wall do most of the work for you, okay? So I'm just touching it. You can't see, but I'm just touching it with my finger on the wall, just for balance. Reach back, and then come up, okay? Reach back, and then come up. So the key for that one is to push back more. Don't let the knee come forward. If the knee comes forward, you're going to be recruiting more muscles in your your quadriceps. What we're trying to work on is our hamstrings. Okay. So I'll go through it again. Push-ups, 8 reps. Jumping jacks, 30 seconds. And then our reverse hamstring is going to be 8 reps on each side. Okay. So begin with push-ups on the floor. Arms fully extended. We begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Again, if those push-ups are too easy, what you can do is hand release push-ups. So you come down. Let me just show you guys. Come down, hands come off the floor. That's 1 rep. Okay. Those ones are a lot harder because you're pausing at the bottom. If it was too hard, what you're going to do is do the modified from your knees. Okay. You can also, if you tried it from your knees and it's a little too difficult, you can go from a heightened position. Okay. Take some of the weight off the exercise. Obviously, the higher you go, so if you go towards a wall, the easier it is. Okay. You come down and back up, down and back up. So it decreases the range of motion, but it also decreases the amount of weight you're using. Next one's going to be jumping jacks. So we'll start 30 seconds, all the way out, as wide as you can. Try to go pretty high on the jumps. There's 10 seconds. Keep going, halfway there, 15 more seconds. Try to speed it up a bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to do our hamstring work now. So again, find a place on the wall if you have to. I'm going to start with my left leg. Push your hips back. Hip forward. Touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Switch sides. If you're feeling it more in your quads, just means you have to push back more. Keep that knee back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. 30 seconds. We'll get back to the push-ups. On the ground. Get into our starting position. You have about 5 seconds. And we'll start. We're going to do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up, all the way down, 7, and 8. Good. This time we're going to do seal jack. So instead of bring your hands out, we're going to bring them in, okay, across your body. So we'll start with our hands in, feet in, and push both out. 1, good, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do 30 seconds. Halfway there, try to jump a bit higher and cycle through the reps a bit quicker. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Into our hamstring work. You can find a wall if you have to, give you a bit more balance. And go. 1, load those hamstrings and glutes. Muscles in the back of your leg, that's where you should feel it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. Good. Switch sides. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. We're going to do one more round. Give you guys 30 seconds. We'll start with our push-ups. Ten seconds. Get into our starting position. Nice flat back. Off our toes, knees are straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. 1, 2, all the way down, all the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Your choice, you can do the seal row, the seal jacks, the jumping jacks, up to you. Start in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and go. We're going to do 30 seconds. Halfway there. Keep going. Speed it up. 10 seconds. At least 10 more reps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last set of our hamstring work. I'm going to start with my left leg. Come down. Nice straight back. Push those hips back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. Good. Switch sides. Switch your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Load those hamstrings and glutes. 5, 6. 2 more. 7, and last one. 8. Good. All right, I'll let you guys rest for a minute. Grab a drink of water. We're going to move on to our core work now. Same thing, we're going to have 3 different core exercises. At the end of all 3, we're going to mix in some cardio. I'll let you guys grab a drink of water. And then as I explain the movements, you can rest. I'm also going to grab some water for myself. So I'm going to go through the movements as you're resting. So the first one's going to be a plank. If you're on hardwood floors, you're probably going to want a pillow for your elbows. If you're on a carpet, you'll be fine. So proper plank, we're going to go from our elbows and either our toes or our knees, okay? If you can't hold a plank in this position here, you can modify it by going off your knees, okay? Bring your feet up, holding that position. Regular plank position is off your toes. Nice straight line, upper body, lower body, nice and rigid. Pushing out on your abs, lower back, obliques. Pushing it all around you like you're pushing against a belt, okay? That's the front plank. We're gonna flip over and do a side plank. So you can either stack your feet, if you can see my feet there, you can either stack them or stagger them, okay? So right foot goes in front, left foot goes behind. Push up off your right foot and hold this position here. Okay, that's our side plank. And you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Push off. Doesn't matter which foot you push off of, just make sure it's the opposite one each time you switch. So hips come right off. You can have your arms straight out in front, behind your back. Go this way, it's up to you. But what I want to see is a nice straight line here. Elbow at 90 degrees. Okay? That's the side plank and front plank. I'm just going to move that. Next one's a very simple movement, but it's deceivingly very, very, not difficult, but it's intense. All you're going to do is get down into a seated position and stand up. It sounds very easy, but it's going to challenge your mobility, flexibility, and stamina. So bottom position, you can have your hands out in front, up top if you want, but basically your legs have to be straight. From there, we're getting up. You can get up any way you want to. You can put both hands down and jump up onto your feet. Stand up, that's 1 rep, okay? The rep finishes when your hips are locked, knees are locked, okay? So the top position, you're nice and tall, nice and straight. Then you go back down and do it again, okay? Like I said, it sounds really easy, but as you go through it, it's actually very difficult. So bottom position, if you don't want to jump up using the 2-hand method, you can bring yourself up, bend this knee here, stand up. Same thing at the top though. Make sure your hips are straight, knees are locked. That's the bottom position, okay? Those, we're gonna do 10 reps of those, okay? So we'll start with our front plank. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. If you need to break the positioning, and if you need to break in that 30 seconds, by all means, you can rest on your belly. You don't have to hold it for the full 30 seconds if you can't. I'm gonna go off my toes, go down into the plank position and start. You're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. If halfway through you feel like you need a break, you can go down to your knees, okay? 15 more seconds, halfway there, nice straight line. Push out against your abs, your obliques, your lower back. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Onto your side, we're gonna switch. Work our obliques. You can either stack your feet or stagger them, it's up to you. I'm gonna use my pillow under my elbow, and we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Nice straight line there, pushing around those abs, obliques, shoulders packed, 90-degree angle. We're gonna hold this for another 15 seconds. We're halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch sides. Stack those feet or stagger them. We're gonna get up, hips off the floor. Hold for 30 seconds. Up, 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 up. Make sure your hips aren't sagging. Halfway there. Five more seconds, hold it, hips up. Nice straight line, push against those abs. 3, 2, and 1, good. Okay, we're gonna go into our up downs. There's really no name for this exercise. I just call them up downs. We're gonna start in a standing position. Again, take it slow. If you have to slowly get up, bend this one knee, put your foot down, that's fine. If you wanna do the jump up method, it's up to you, whatever level you're at, but we're gonna do 10 and begin. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Gonna give you guys 30 seconds. Grab a drink of water. We're gonna do that one more round. If you have any questions on the techniques, how to modify anything, you can do so in the chat. Another 15 seconds break. 5 seconds. Gonna get into a plank position. 4, 3, 2, and up. Nice straight legs. Should be flexing all the muscles in your butt, your hamstrings, your quads. Lower back should be tight. Obliques pushing out against those abs. 15 more seconds. 10 seconds. Hold, hold, hold. Hips up. Flex those knees. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pick a side. Raise your hips off the floor. Hands up. I'm going to hold that position. 30 seconds. Halfway there, 15 more seconds. Hold, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Stack your feet or stagger them. Hips off the floor, arms up. Again. Halfway there. 10, 9, 8, hold. 7, 6, up, up, up. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last set of down and ups. Start standing. And 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and go. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Good. Down. Up. We'll do 3 more. 3, 2, and last one. Good. Awesome. I'm going to give you guys another 60 seconds rest. Grab a drink of water again. I'm going to grab myself some as well. We're going to finish up with some stretches. Okay. We did a lot of core work, so we're going to stretch out our abs, our obliques, worked our legs pretty good as well. So we'll do some stretches for the muscles in our legs. And we'll do a little bit of just breathing, not really meditation, but just a relaxation. So again, find a spot on the floor where you can kind of lay down, have your arms out without hitting anything. We'll start in 10 seconds. We're going to start in a Cobra Stretch. So we're going to lie on our bellies and try to get in a spot where you can see what I'm doing here onto our stomachs. You're going to put your hands just under your armpits, okay? So right around here. Chest is on the floor, head straight down. What I'm going to do is, with a bend in the elbow, I'm going to press up, just so there's a stretch in my tummy. You don't want to go any further back. If you have any pain in your lower back, try to go just below that point, okay? So if you have to, you can bring your arms up a bit higher so that they're above your shoulders. Press up, arms extended. You're going to take a big belly full there, so breathe through your nose. Fill your belly up and back down again, okay? Breathe out. When I say fill your belly up, I mean try not to breathe through your chest. So a lot of people, when they take a deep breath, they breathe through their chest, which is not the purpose behind what we're trying to do. We want to breathe through the belly. So just a quick tip, if you want to make sure you're breathing through your belly instead of your chest, put your hand on both. And what you want to happen is your stomach to push your hand out and not your chest to push your left hand. Okay. So if I'm breathing from my chest, which is what we usually do during the day, you know, when we're in panic mode, we take short, deep breaths from our chest. What I want you to do is take a long, relaxing breath through your belly. So try to focus on keeping this hand against your chest without it rising. Breathe in, belly fills up full of air, and out, okay? So we're gonna practice that with our Cobra Stretch down onto our stomachs. Again, you can have your hands up. We're gonna come up just so you feel comfortable. Breathe in through your nose, big belly full of air, so you're pushing out against your abs. Breathe out through your mouth. Good, okay. This time we're gonna have our left hand slightly raised up, so it's just above our right hand. You're gonna press up, look over your left shoulder, big belly full of air. As you try to look behind you, breathe out through your mouth, come back down. You're gonna switch sides, right hand comes up, left hand comes down. Big belly full of air. Breathe in through your nose, look over your right shoulder, try to look behind you. And out through your mouth, back down. We're gonna swing into our seated position here. What we're gonna do is bring our one leg in, right leg in. So if you guys can't see me. So my right leg comes in, try to keep this left leg down. And just try to touch your toes. If you need to have a slight bend in your back, you can. A slight bend though, and be aware of any pain or discomfort in your lower back. Hold that position there. Sorry if my feet are super dirty. I swept this morning, but I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff on my floor. Come back, starting position. This time, you're gonna breathe in through your nose, big belly full of air, and as you exhale, try to reach out a bit deeper into that stretch, okay? Come back in, switch sides. So I'm gonna kick out my right foot, bring my left leg in. Same thing, try to reach over to that right toe, keeping that knee down if you can. Relax. This time we're gonna do it with some breath. Breathe in through your belly. As you exhale through your nose, touch that toe, try to go a bit deeper into the stretch. Come back onto our feet. I'm gonna go from the side here. So feet shoulder width apart. What we're gonna do is let your hands loose. Push your bum back like you're trying to hit the wall behind you. Keeping your back straight, arms down. Try to touch your toes without bending your lower back, and just let your arms hang. If you want, you can go in little semicircles. If you've been working on your computer all day or studying online, this is a good stretch to stretch the upper back, which gets really tight from us being on our computers all day. The little semicircles, small circles. Go clockwise or counterclockwise. Have a little bend in your back. Push out. Nice straight line in your lower back. We're going to go the opposite direction with our circles this time. Push your bum back. Stand up. Okay, this time I want to see if you guys can try to touch your toes. So slide your hands down your thighs. Nice straight back towards your knee or towards past your knees. And then try to touch your toes without bending at all at the waist or the back. And if you can't, you can have a slight bend. Just be conscious about how your back's feeling. Try to touch your toes. From there, you're gonna slide your hands under the front of your toes if you can. You're gonna walk your feet out a little bit. You're gonna bring your butt down. Okay, so your arms should be on the inside of your knees. And what you're gonna do with your elbows is try to press against your knees. So you're pushing your knees out. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings and your groin. From the side, looks like that. From the front, it'll look like this position here, okay? And we're going to try to sit in this position as comfortable as we can for another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to stand up. Last stretch we're going to do is for our neck. Okay. We're going to place our hands behind our head. We're not putting too much pressure forward, but what we're going to do is just tuck our chin in and try to gently pull down towards the ground. Look straight down between your toes. You should feel a stretch in the back of your neck. Okay, now we're going to come up, place our thumbs under our chin, look straight up. So our chin is pointed up towards the ceiling, and look straight up or back. We're going to hold this for 5 more seconds. Good. This time we're going to take our hand, gently put it on top of our head, and then we're going to point our ear onto our right shoulder. Feel a stretch on this side. It's really good if you've been staring at your screen all day, locked in the same position. We're going to switch sides. Same thing, left ear gently towards the left shoulder. Feel a stretch on the right side. And come up. This time, we're just going to gently look to our right and to our left. We're going to hold that position for 5 seconds. So we're going to look over our right shoulder just until you can feel a bit of a stretch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Look over your left shoulder. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. One more time, we're just going to look straight down towards your toes without putting your hands behind your back. You're just going to tuck your chin in and look down. And look up. Towards the sky or the ceiling. Chin up. Good. All right, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the class. If you did have any questions about modifying any of the exercises, just shoot me an email. It's chris.sousa@senecacollege.ca. I can kind of give you a list of things that you can modify so the exercises are either harder or easier. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to see you next week. Again, any questions at all? We don't talk much about diet and stuff like that during the boot camp, but we do have a really great meal prep course that kind of goes hand in hand with this. It's running the same week. So today I think is week 4. So at 4 o'clock, check out our schedule. It has all the details where you can join in. It's on Zoom. So you'll learn how to prepare healthy meals, how to store healthy meals, all that sort of stuff. So definitely check that out. But yeah, thanks for joining me. And I hope to see you guys next week. Stay safe and be well.